So my client, she has some concerns with some blackheads that she's developing, and with her pigmentation, she'd like it to be a little bit more even. She can be a little bit sensitive. She's in the sun quite a bit because she goes to the water park and the beach and all those fun things. So we want to make sure we're doing something that isn't going to be too sensitizing to her skin, where she can go out in the sun and still enjoy herself. So what she actually has, she has some, the technical name for a blackhead is comedones. So she has some that are open where you can actually just easily remove them by softening them up with an enzyme and a little bit of pressure. But some of them, she does get some that are closed. So they're actually not fully matured. So they're actually covered by a little bit of skin. So with those, sometimes you need a little bit of a lancet just to gently open them up to release them. So for my client, I'm going to be doing a nice double cleanse to prep the skin, and I'm going to use a raspberry enzyme. So the enzyme is actually pineapple and papaya enzyme, and those two will help dissolve her dead skin cells and the glue bonds that hold her dead skin cells together in layers. And the raspberry aspect of it is raspberry seed extract, and it's actually a natural source of azelaic acid. And azelaic acid has a great affinity towards evening out pigmentation, and it'll give her a little bit of an exfoliative boost. And it's also great to treat breakout-prone skin as well. So I like to start with an oil-based cleanser because it really emulsifies and makeup, sunscreen, any oil that may be on the skin. So I work it into the skin and then I emulsify it with warm water. And this second cleanse, this is a mandelic acid gel cleanser. And I love mandelic acid because it is great for breakout prone skin. It helps with post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation that may be left behind from breakouts. And it's also great at just treating acne, period, and all different forms of acne. Even there are some fungal forms of acne that it will also treat. And this preps the skin beautifully for the enzyme that will follow. And then for my second cleanse, I always use an ultrasonic brush. And this brush, it has medical grade silicone bristles, so they do not harbor bacteria, and they're very gentle on the skin. I personally was never a fan of the Clarisonic facial brushes. I was even offered a free one at a skincare show years ago, and I declined because I just felt that the bristles harbor bacteria, and I also felt like they were just a little too rough for everyday use. And now that these silicone brushes have come on the market, the Clarisonic brush, to my knowledge, does not even exist anymore. I think, I don't know if it was L'Oreal that bought them out, and then they don't even make them anymore, to my knowledge. And these are great to have at home. They're gentle enough where you can use them every day. And I think in Florida, we're always in the sun, whether it's boating, tennis, golf, beach. We're in Wellington, so of course people are out with their horses. We're in a big equestrian area, so really effective to get a beautiful deep cleanse. So these enzymes are intelligent exfoliants, and when I say that, what I mean is enzymes are attracted to the dead skin cells. So once the dead skin cells are gone, they stop working. So initially you may feel a little bit of tingling on the skin as this is working, and then you'll notice that that tingling sensation will subside once those dead skin cells have been dissolved. To enhance exfoliation and also to help remove the enzyme, I do use an ultrasonic blade. And when I say blade, it's dull. It's more like a spatula. I guess I should call it a spatula, not a blade, huh? So this, essentially what it does, it kind of shakes off those dead skin cells. So it just helps the enzyme, gives it a little bit of a boost. So what I'm extracting right now, these are little micro open comedones, and these, honestly, some of these are even difficult to see under magnification, but sometimes my clients will complain that their skin feels like it has a rough texture, and sometimes they'll think it's because their skin is dry. But with open comedones, again, that's the technical name for blackhead, they actually stick out of the skin a little bit, just slightly elevated. It's a collection of dead skin cells and oil predominantly, and it can create kind of a rougher feel to the skin. And they really just need to be controlled through topicals, and every now and then you need to come in just to have some extractions done to help these. So now I'm using our Rejuvenate and Soothe Antioxidant Mist. I'm using it more as a toner, just to help clarify the pores a little bit more, calm the skin after extraction. There's a little bit of green tea in here, so it's very soothing. Also puts a little veil of antioxidants on the skin, and it hydrates a little bit. Because my client's out in the sun a lot, I want to hydrate her skin, so I'm using a gel mask called the Alpha Gel Mask, which is super hydrating, soothing, and I'm able to customize this by putting powder blends into it. And today, because I did do quite a bit of extraction, it was a lot of just finer, those little micro open comedones, a couple closed comedones, but because I did so much extraction, I'm using our calming booster. So it has a little bit of allantoin in it and calamine, so very soothing. I'm going to do a little high frequency right over this mask. This helps kill bacteria, helps calm the skin after extractions. So this towel is going to be a little bit cool. This is going to really help calm the skin after extractions, bring down some of that inflammation. I'm going to feel a little bit of a cool mist. And this is that Rejuvenate and Soothe Antioxidant Mist again. this is our Youth and Protect Moisturizer. This is unique to our practice. We have it made specifically for us, and it has a very powerful antioxidant called lipochromin in it, which is wonderful for pigment. You really don't find it in a lot of products on the market. And of course, sun protection. Something that's not going to clog the pores. So because my client is prone to some of this finer congestion in the skin, once she's done with summer and back into school full time, then I'm probably going to introduce vitamin A, so retinol, just to get her cell turnover speeded up. I have the privilege of working with Dr. Hawk, so she can also partner with me. And I can go to her for recommendations for even prescriptive agents, whether it's for acne or something a little bit stronger, anti-aging. And then I would probably have her come back in a month because I really want to try to get this under a little bit better control. We've been working on her skin. It's improved quite a bit, but with her going off, she was using Differin at home, and she did go off it for the summer, so she's getting a little bit of that congestion back, so we want to get that under control. Okay.